My addict named Eddie. So this guy, since I got here a while ago, how long I've been around doesn't reflect my clean time, right? But that doesn't reflect how long he's been in my life. He never gave up on me. Fake 30-day key tags, like all that good stuff. Always hugging, always the first one to greet me. Whenever I would come back, and it's hard to come back, and he'd meet me and greet me and give me a hug. And to this day, he still does that for the newcomer. Always supports the newcomer, always there for the newcomer. He works steps. He's of service. He does the stuff. You know what I mean? And that's what's put him in a position to be here tonight. He's got a good message. Been through some ups and downs for sure. But I'll let him tell you guys about that. With that, I'll give you Mack M.
I don't know if I need this, but I'm an addict named Matt. You know the things you pray for, then you get them and you're like, what the fuck? I've always wanted to be up here. Thank you to the Mountaineer region. I love you guys. I live for Ripley every 6 months. I make it here regardless if I have to jump in a trunk, go broke, whatever it takes, I get here. And it's well worth it every single damn time. Get to see my family that I only get to see every 6 months. I'm going to tell you a little bit about where I'm from, how I got here, and why in the fuck how I stay here. I was born and raised in Hamilton, Ohio. About 2 years old, my mom and dad separated. So I come from a divorced family. I was raised by my mom and my stepdad. My biological father, I would say he resented my mom so damn bad that he raised other women's kids. And I only paid child support. I give him credit on that. But my true father is my stepdad to this day. I call him Dad. So throughout my whole childhood, man, I've always been a troubled kid. I was always looking for that unconditional love that you don't find in the outside world until you walk in the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous. So I did whatever I had to get attention from my parents, regardless if it was negative, get my ass beat because I cussed out school teachers or because I skipped school or whatever it be. I did whatever it took to get that attention. So I stayed grounded my whole damn childhood. My stepfather was an Army vet. Vietnam, he's very fucking strict. Looking back from now, all he wanted was the fucking best for me. All he wanted was me to be the man that I am to this day, that he knew I could be. And I resented him, I hated him, and I made his life a living hell growing up because I always want my mom and my dad together. And that was unrealistic expectations. My first unrealistic expectation that I can remember. So I literally put him through hell. It was me and I have one half sister. Didn't know she was my half sister until my dad was laying on his deathbed, but we'll get farther on down the road. But it was me and my sister, man. She's 3 years older than me. Well, yeah. So, like, when I say I got in trouble, like, I got in trouble. Like, and I stayed grounded because my stepdad was very strict, big on school, and I hated fucking school. I couldn't sit still. I was hyperactive as fuck. I was loud. I don't know why, but I'm still loud. You guys get to hear that loudness every 6 months. My people get to hear it every fucking day. But it's like I couldn't be in school, man. I didn't like that. I didn't like to be told what the fuck to do. So it got me into a lot of trouble, man. And when I hit 17, man, on Valentine's Day, like almost a month to the day after my 17-year-old birthday, like I lost my virginity and got high the first time in my life. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm never quitting this shit. This shit's awesome. So that just led down a long path, a long fucked up path. And what I mean by that, like I stayed homeless from the time I was 18 until I was 31 and first got introduced to Narcotics Anonymous. When I mean homeless, like I've been on the streets, I've ate out of dumpsters, I've been that dirty, grimy son of a bitch that did whatever it fucking took to get that next one. Like I manipulate my mom, I knew what to do to get her to rob my dad so I can get my next one. And I robbed my parents so bad, like I don't know how this man fucking talks to me to this day. But he does. And like I did a lot of stuff, man. And I can say the disease of addiction really showed up on me on June 6th of 2001 when I was 26 years old. My dad, my biological father passed away. I didn't really give two shits and a fuck about life. Like, it was balls to the walls. Like I tried to do the geographical change. Like I tried to sell dope because I was good at that. Then I became my best fucking customer. I tried to move to Michigan because I didn't know nobody. Just found new people to manipulate and fucking get what I wanted. So I moved to Michigan a couple times. I always came back to Hamilton, Ohio. But that went on like until I didn't think I could have kids, man. I really didn't. 32 minutes before my 30th birthday, man, my son was born. And he wasn't enough for me to stop getting high. He got put into foster care. The bailiffs of our courts, he's the one that raised my son for the first 18 months of his life. And it took me to finally realize that what I was doing wasn't working. So I went to Sojourners up in Hamilton, Ohio, man, to get an assessment so I can get into the family drug court program. They said, we can't do your assessment. Your insurance ain't good enough. So what is that? That was just another excuse for me to go get fucking one more, right? And I did that. They turned me away twice. And I got into family drug court. And they said, go get an assessment. I was like, they're going to turn me away. And when I went up there, they tried to turn me away. I was like, I ain't fucking moving, man. You either call this magistrate or I'm not going nowhere until you guys do something. And they put me in a bed finally. That was April 6th. I'm going to say my clean dates because it's weird how it works. But April 6th of '07 was my first go around at this. So when I got involved in Narcotics Anonymous with Family Recovery Court, you know, I came into meetings where it was set the fuck down, shut the fuck up. If we want to know how to get high, we will ask you. Take the cottons out your ears and put it in your fucking mouth and listen. So I did that shit. Like, I might talk after the meetings, and I might have talked before the meetings, but when I was in that meeting, I just sat there. And my big thing was clean time. It's the first reading I ever read. Somebody dope fiend on me, I never stopped. I love clean time. I love fucking hugs, man. And I don't want no one-arm half-ass bullshit. It better be a 2-arm bear hug. Get close, because I don't give a shit. I'll make it awkward. I'm cool with that, too. But I got introduced to this through Family Recovery Court. And in there, man, it's like, I sat down and, like, I was afraid. I was getting ready to get out of treatment. The rubber was about to hit the road. Like, I didn't have nowhere to go. And, like, I was like, I ain't got a sponsor. I ain't working steps. What the fuck am I doing? Like, so I ended up getting a sponsor, right? And I went to shake this motherfucker's hand, bro. He said, "You're in treatment. I don't know where in the hell your hand's been. We hug around here." That's good shit. So I still use that line to this day. So, you know, and I got my sponsor, you know, and I would call him, and I hated calling him because he was a talking motherfucker, and our conversations were an hour long every day. And I did that shit. Like, I called him. I didn't care what was going on, I called him. And we built this relationship that is, like, priceless to this day. You know, I'm that one addict that life on life's terms showed the fuck up, right? I had a third shift job, worked for 2 men in a truck first shift with my tips. I blow my back out at work, so there goes the third shift job, there goes the tips, and I'm trying to raise 4 kids. On 20 hours a week. So what's my mind think? Quick money. So I thought I could sell dope fucking clean at 2 years clean. And still be in the rooms. Needless to say, the significant other at that time went back out. Me at the time, I got high, didn't tell a motherfucking soul, and I hid in the rooms for another 2 years. And then in that process, though, like them first 2 years, like I had my daughter was born. Like, she's the only one. She was our recovery baby. I can't say that she didn't see the lifestyle because I haven't relapsed a part of my story. So, like, a lot of people ask me how many kids I have, and I always say, I used to say 4, but now I got 5. I always say 2 Chicanos and 3 honkies, because the reason by that, like, when I got with my kids' mom, she had a 3-year-old, his dad's Mexican, and then my 19-year-old son, that is mine, that I cut his umbilical cord and named him. He's got the same dad as his older brother. But those are my boys, man. Just because I'm not their father, I've been a father figure in their life, their whole life. It doesn't take blood to be a father. or a mother. So, like, in that process, like, and I stuck around for a couple more years. And, like, when I say I have a table at my house, it has my clean date on it, and it says service junkie. But that's what I live by. Like, I'm a firm believer if service work will keep you clean. I don't care what it is, whether it be H&I, whether it be area, chaotic as fuck, whether it be region, if it's just showing up to a meeting early and giving people hugs, just whatever service work that helps you. But I'm an extremist at every fucking dope I've ever done, so I do this to the extreme. Like, I get involved in every fucking thing that I can, because I know what happens to me when I put my recovery on the back burner. Because in 2011, like, I thought I could save my significant other. Stop going to meetings, stop calling sponsor, stop doing everything that we do to stay here. I stopped doing that shit, and I thought I could save somebody and drag them back in here, but I realized that I can't want somebody's recovery more than what they wanted, because like I allowed myself to go back out. I can't save nobody. And when I say I went back out, I call it my 3-year fucking suicide mission, man. Like, I didn't give a shit about my kids. And like my sponsor asked me when I came back, he's like, why you stay gone so long? I was like, I didn't see a problem. I had a knot in my pocket, still had the house, I had 3 vehicles, still had the kids. But I was spiritually fucking empty, man. And it's the worst feeling ever. But like, I took my kids to dope houses, dope runs, like, and there's shit that I can't take back, man. And I know that like, I literally have to do this for me first and foremost. But like, my kids are my main motivation right now. August 6th of 13, I got raided. I was blessed that I had every one of my kids with me at football practice. And their football coach called me and told me that I was getting raided. So I did that weaving and bobbing through alleys and shit, because he lived right around the corner from me. And I dropped off my pistol, dropped off my kids, gave them all a hug and kiss. The day is going away for a while. And pulled up, guns fucking just all aimed at me. And it still wasn't enough for me to fucking stop. So like, I was a first time felon, man. I bailed myself, got bailed out. I got bailed out, man, and I just got put on probation. In February of 2014, I showed up to I didn't go to probation. So I showed up in front of the judge March 5th, 2014. He said, why didn't you come show up to probation? I was like, oh, I forgot. He's like, oh, you forgot. 10 months prison. For a probation violation. And I say that because, like, March 5th of 2014 is not my clean date. I got high every single fucking day, locked in a fucking cage, man. And I did two months solid at CRC in a one little room with another fucking bunkie. Just me and him, and I still got high every fucking day. My HP set me down long enough for me to realize what the fuck made me the most happiest I've ever been in my life. And that was when I was in the rooms of fucking Narcotics Anonymous. So August 5th, I got high my last time. I called him my prison kid because he's 19 years old. And his sister's birthday is August 6th. I said, that's my fucking clean date. August 6th to 14, I've never got high since. Every year I get a medallion. First words out of my mouth is I'm thankful for snitches in prison. Because whoever fuck snitched on me saved my motherfucking life. And when I say I like hugs, I don't know if I'll be able to let that motherfucker go if I ever found out who snitched on me. Because the life I have today, priceless. Priceless. Even through all the bullshit. I got sent to a halfway house. My sponsor. They took me to the first meeting. My sponsor had the same number, and it's the only number I remember from you motherfuckers. I knew his number by heart. Got back to the halfway house. I dialed that thing. He said, put my name on the list. I'll come get you for meetings. Every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. The only time I walked out of that halfway house was to go to a Narcotics Anonymous meeting. I didn't go home to see the kids. None of that. I got released from the halfway house New Year's Eve. Didn't go see mom. Didn't go see the ex because she found out while I was in prison all the dirty grimy shit I did. She left my ass. But I could have probably worked on it. But she didn't want to change her lifestyle. And I know what I needed to do for me. And that was stay in the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous. So, like, I didn't go see my kids, man. I didn't go see my mom. And I'm gonna tell you, baby, you'll know. You'll find out. I went to Narcotics Anonymous fucking New Year's Eve dance and hung out with motherfuckers just like me. To keep me clean another fucking day. And what did I do? The third Sunday of January 2015, I was at fucking area meeting. Where can I be of service? What can I do? I love this bracelet. I can't, we can. So what I did is like I got back involved in service, man. I got me a home group, became GSR of the home group. Had to wait for 2 years clean to be able to go and do my H&I. But then I started going into the Butler County Jail. Every Wednesday, whether they let us in or they didn't let us in, sitting in that lobby waiting. Because you know that word commitment that you guys talk about so good? Like, look that motherfucker up before you commit. When it means commitment, it means commitment. It's something you're going to do. So I tried to live by it and be a man of my word today. And it took me, I had my H&I junkie buddies that did H&I with me. I've been on activities. I stay the fuck away from swinging in the woods. Principles before personalities, just saying. People from our area know. But I get so far deep into this. They told me, get so far in that you can't get out. And that's one thing I did, because I know what happens to me when I put my recovery on the back fucking burner. I don't want to get lost. I don't want to stop working steps. I don't want to fucking forget where the fuck I came from. I don't want to be homeless on the streets. I don't want to have to eat out of dumpsters. I don't want to have to live in a 8x10 cage with another man. I really don't want to talk about this, but I'm going to have to, because this is that time. About 2 years clean. Here, let me do this. Every time I got a key tag when I came back, they say actions speak louder than words. So not one time did I tell my mom, my dad, or anything that I was sorry for anything that I did. Every time I get a key tag, they get it. Everyone. So you guys know June 6, 2001, I lost my dad, right? June 5th, 2017, I got the worst phone call I ever get. My mom was laying dead on the floor. But through me being in this program, man, I was the fucking first one my dad called. Didn't call my sister. And I was able to show up and help him make all the arrangements for it. The program in Narcotics Anonymous held me the fuck up. And what I mean by that, my sponsor met me at my mom's house and sat with me for at least 6 hours. He asked me if I called my network. I said, fuck no, I don't want to talk to nobody. Fuck them. That fucker takes my whole fucking network. People stopping by my mom's house to give me a fucking hug. And my phone never stopped. There's probably at least 25 to 30 recovering addicts at my mom's fucking funeral, man. And my mom got buried with every fucking key tag laid across her. So every year I get a medallion, it gets buried with my fucking mom. My dad gets my black key tag. Wasn't shortly long after that, man, I lost my fucking sister to the disease of addiction. I talked to her the most I've talked to her the last 30 days of her fucking life than I have the past 15 years, because she was trying to get help and she was in treatment and I was taking her shit. She would call me because she knew she could count on me. I would take her cigarettes, or I'd take her books because she loved to fucking read. I would take her clothes. Then I get that phone call, man. And she didn't wake up. And then I got to ask myself, like, I went through this process, like, you guys tell me this is attraction rather than fucking promotion, right? Well, what's not attractive about what the fuck I'm doing with my recovery? Why couldn't I save my mom and my sister? But I know through this program, the ones that I get to be able to be a part of to help save, those are the ones that are meant to be saved. I have put addicts in my basement. They're coming up on 7 years clean. I have put addicts in my basement that are still fucking out there. I have brought newcomers to Ripley. Like last year I brought 2. One's still alive. Like our sponsorship family, man, we talk about always staying in position. Whatever that position is, just staying in position. I don't know what tomorrow brings, man. I know as long as I keep doing what the hell I'm doing right now, that anything is possible. I don't know how long I got, but I'm going to do this. 2 years ago, at this Spring Ripley, before I came here, I got a biopsy done. Stage 3 lung cancer. Done chemo. I've done radiation. I've done immunotherapy. I still haven't found a fucking reason to get fucking high. There's no excuse. Haven't took no narcotics. Haven't took that THC pills where they try to feed you all the fucking time. I love food, and I know it. I gained the most weight when I was on chemo. I don't know how that happened, but I just ate every fucking thing, even though it was nasty as fuck. Just got my CT scan done in April, man, and everything's looking really fucking good. I know if you come in here thinking that you don't have a pot to piss in, that life fucking sucks, sit on your fucking hands, hold on, fasten that seatbelt, because you're in for a long, bumpy ride. It's called Life on Life's Terms. The program has taught me how to deal with life on life's terms. How to deal with my feelings. Even though I don't like them. Like, I have a network of soldiers that are men and women. Another addict helping another addict is without parallel, man. It don't matter where you're going to hear it from. If you haven't heard your story, keep coming. It took me going to Jersey to hear my story. Literally. I was like, damn, is that me up there? But I know as long as if you keep coming in, if you come into this process and you do what the fuck we do, you will stay. And that is, get a home group, get a sponsor, work some fucking steps, find out who the fuck you are. Because I can tell you one thing, I do not allow my past dictate who I am today. Because when I'm using, I'm a dirty, grimy son of a bitch. I'll give you the shirt off my back, even with my name on it. But that's what the program has taught me to do, man. To always be there for the still sick and suffering addict. That could be the newcomer. That could be somebody with decades fucking clean. You never know what somebody is fucking going through. So instead of judging them, give them a big ass fucking hug, man. You know what I mean? Because I'll tell you one thing, gossip runs motherfuckers out the room. Thank God that I have a program. Thank God I have a network. Because I'm going through a divorce. And she's here. Guess what? She's going to say what the fuck she's going to say, and so are her friends. And guess what? Ain't none of my motherfucking business what they say. That's their shit, not mine. Because I know as long as I do what I need to do for me, and you can ask every one of my fucking kids, man, because I do have a little 3-year-old mini me running around now. 45 years old, thought I'd start all over. It's great. I wasn't trading for nothing, man. He's fucking awesome. But you can ask every one of my kids the most important fucking thing in my life. And they'll say, it's not us. It's Narcotics Anonymous. Because without Narcotics Anonymous, I'm homeless on the streets, I'm locked up in prison, or I'm 6 feet fucking under, man. And they know that without the program of Narcotics Anonymous, they wouldn't have a fucking dad right now. So I'm truly blessed. Like the kids I've been raising, my oldest boy that I raised since he was 3, he just got out of the fucking Marines, and now he's a postal service person. Right. Blessings, man. My other boy, he'll be 20. He just turned 20. He works with us. My 18-year-old, he'll be a senior next year. My daughter, she'll be 17 next month. So 2 out of 5 just graduated. Pretty good odds so far. But I know as long as I put my recovery first and foremost in my life, everything else falls into place. I'm talking the house, the car, the women. And it's not even the material shit. When we say this is an inside fucking job, like I love Mack today. Like I'm alright with who the fuck I am. If you don't like me, call your sponsor. I'm not liked by everybody. I'm a loudmouth prick most of the times. They call me a dick in my area. I'm just real. I'll tell you how it is. And I'm alright with that though. Like I don't put on these masks, man, to make you like me today. Like I don't have to be that chameleon today. Like I'm alright with who I am today. And that's the biggest blessing, man. Like the program giving me to be able to deal with life on life's terms, man, without getting fucking high and be coming up on a decade clean. What the fuck? A dope fiend like me? Like, you wouldn't even want to be around me when I was using. That's why I'm a loner. Now I love hugs and I love friends. I love my family. So, please, keep coming back. Get involved with some service work. Get a sponsor, work some steps. I love fucking H&I. Going behind the bars and carrying the fucking message. That's a hit. And they let you walk back out that motherfucker? That's the shit right there. That'll give you goosebumps. But, man, life is amazing. I never thought that in a million years that I could say that I would be living a happy, joyous, free life. Like, I love my life today, man. I get to go to sleep next to my girl every night. I got my kids at my fucking house right now, and they're petrified because I told them there's cameras all over through the house. So they've called me several times, like, this person's here, this person's here. If I had to say one thing, and that would be, please hold on. Don't leave 5 minutes before the miracle. And what I mean by that, you don't know what that fucking miracle is, man. Like we say, stay in fucking position. You'll see what that miracle is. People starting their own businesses. Dope fiends like me doing their own shit. Like, who trusts me in their fucking house? And let me tell you guys something, man. My parents that I robbed so bad, I have all rights to a fucking beautiful bass boat anytime I want to take it out at Brookville Lake that my dad trusts me with. I can walk in his fucking house. I wasn't allowed on their fucking property. So miracles do happen up in here. And if nobody told you they love you today, you got the wrong motherfucking people in your network. You get new ones. But I love each and every one of you, and without pass.